Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back in the Fortnite tips and tricks video for you guys. In today's video, I have a building tips and tricks video for you guys, and I'm gonna teach you guys how to get the high ground very quickly in this game. I have 3 different techniques that I'm gonna show you guys that are really effective. Some of them are more advanced than other ones, and one's pretty hard to do, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do all of those. And before we get into the video, if you guys could, make sure to drop a like on this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on my notifications so you're notified for every single new video. And one last thing, make sure you guys add my Snapchat. It's going to be YoungHumorYT. Just type that in the search bar, it's going to come up. Make sure you guys add me. I'm also pretty active on there, so I post a ton on my story and just different stuff like that. So make sure you guys add my Snapchat. And alright guys, let's go right to the video. Okay, so in this video, like I said, I'm going to teach you guys how to build faster in Fortnite, and as well, I'm going to teach you guys how to get the high ground very quickly. And I'm going to focus on this scenario right here. So maybe you're boxed in, or maybe in a build fight, and you're looking to get the high ground. Of course, you want to put the ramp above and the ramp below. And you want to put the ramp above, of course, to stop people from shooting above you. But after you ramp up and you go to turn around, there's actually a few other ways that are actually a little bit more effective than the one that most of you guys already use. And mostly people just go up here and they turn around immediately, just put up a wall behind them, and then they ramp up. But there's a few other ways to do it, and I'm going to show you guys 3 in this video. The first one I'm going to show you guys is how to get the high ground very quickly from it, and the other 2 are going to focus on more on how to protect yourself a little bit more when you're ramping up. Because when you're ramping up and you go to turn, you can get lasered a lot of the times. You can just get beamed by a SCAR or by an M16. But there's a few other ways to go about it, and it always depends on the situation. So just being able to build in every single situation is really going to set you up to be a really good player in this game. And the last 2 building techniques have to do mostly with editing. You're gonna have to be able to edit a pyramid really well, and also edit a stair. So I'll show you guys exactly how to do this. And so for the first one, and this is the one you want to do when you want to go for high ground, and maybe you're in a build fight, playgrounds, or even in game, and you need to get the high ground very quickly. I would always recommend doing double 90s right off the top of it. That's what I always do every single time if someone's above me. And double 90s really isn't something that I've been doing until recently, so I've started to do it. I've noticed huge improvements in my building. I've been able to outbuild players a lot more efficiently and a lot faster every single game. So basically, it's the exact same thing. You ramp up just like you would normally do, but when you get to the top, you want to double 90, and this is going to allow you to get the high ground a lot quicker than just normally turning. And the reason for it is when you're doing a double 90, you keep your momentum when you're doing the double 90, so you're able to get high ground a lot quicker than having to turn around. Because if you just turn around like most people do in the first time, it's going to slow you down. And when it comes to the double 90s, you can go up 3 high before you get completely cucked by jump exhaust. So if you wanted to, you can even go up 3 high, and a lot of times, I guess a lot of complain with this. You could get shot when you're going for the turn because you have to be on the edge of your ramp, and you could play yourself a little bit because of it. But honestly, when it comes to the double 90, they're not going to have too much an advantage on you, and maybe if they get 1 tag off at most, you're going to have the high ground either way. So you're going to be in a really good position to get off any sort of heals. You're going to be in a really good position to win the gunfight. If someone's above you and you're doing double 90s, I wouldn't really use the floor under you because this could take up a lot of mats. But if someone's below you and you're going for the high ground, of course, I would do the double 90s with the floor underneath as well. And that's going to prevent you from getting shot down from below. And the next one I want to show you guys, this is probably the most advanced one. It's honestly going to be pretty difficult for most of you guys to do. I'm still learning this as well. But what you want to do is do the exact same thing. So you're going up, but instead of turning right away, you want to put a pyramid down. And once you put the pyramid down, this is actually going to protect you. I'm going to show you guys. It's going to protect you from anybody who might be a little bit above. This is not something that I would probably do from this position, or honestly you probably could, but I wouldn't try to do this technique on someone who has probably 3 or 4 height advantage on you. Honestly, I would try to ramp up with a pyramid and then edit through that all the way up. But when it comes to someone who's maybe just a little bit on the same height, or maybe just a little bit above you, this could be a really effective technique to use. And what you want to do for this is once you go up and once you put your pyramid right here, you want to edit the squares furthest from you so it makes another ramp above. And as you can see, once you edit those 2 on the corner, they will edit above like to make a stair. So it's going to protect you from getting shot from above. And the tricky thing with this is that you guys are about to see. So once you edit and it's above you, it's going to protect anybody who's shooting from behind you. But the tricky thing is what I'm about to show you guys. It can be a little bit difficult. So here's probably the situation in which this is going to be working best when someone's kind of on the same level or maybe just one above. If someone, like I said, if someone's like way above you, I would not recommend this because they're just going to laser you down. So when you're below it, you want to edit those 2. Walk towards the edge of your ramp, and then you want to close the edit. You want to reset the edit, and then you want to edit the top 2 squares so it makes a ramp facing in the other direction. So a few tips I can give you guys when it comes to doing this technique when building is when you're placing the pyramid, and after you do the first edit, so after you do the first edit and it creates that ramp, you want to be as far to the edge of the ramp that you're on as much as possible. And of course you don't want to fall off, because you know that you're just going to immediately lose high ground. But once you get to the top, you want to be on far the edge as possible. So after you reset the edit and you want to get the 2 in front, being on the top of the ramp is going to give you the best angle to do it, because if you're kind of halfway through the ramp and you try to do this, it might be a little bit difficult to get that angle to get the square that you need. So the higher up on the ramp, the better. So when trying this, of course, you want to take it a little bit slow at first, just get used to the rhythm. But once you do it, as you can see, once you flip it, the reason why this is so effective and something you guys should try to learn, and of course it's going to be a little bit difficult, but the reason why I would say that you want to try to learn this, because after you flip the ramp, the other player will have absolutely no shot on you. If they're at the same level or maybe 1 story above you, they're going to have absolutely no chance to shoot you at all, because the only thing that they can see from the perspective of themselves is once you have that edit and you have the ramp above, so they'll see the ramp above, they're not going to be able to see you. The only time they're going to be able to see you at all is after you flip your ramp and you're already going to be behind it. So the other player is going to have absolutely zero chance to get any type of shots on you. So that is why this thing is so effective. But at the same time, of course, it's going to be very difficult for you guys who are not the best at building to learn. But of course, I would say, you know, that's how you're going to get better at building. You just got to try something that's really, really difficult like this, and then try to get it down pretty well. Because this is something that I'm going to start using a little bit in my gameplays, and this is something that I'm learning in Playground. I'm not perfect at it every single time, and there's been times where I've messed it up quite a few times in a row like here. But of course, I'm still learning it. I'm going to get a lot better at this, and in game, I can really see how this is going to be effective. And of course, you have to be able to play the situations correctly. You don't want to do this every single time you go up, because otherwise you're really just going to get lasered a lot of times. Because when it comes to games, you want to be unpredictable as possible. And if you do the exact same thing every single game, I guarantee a lot of players are going to catch on, and you're going to lose, and you're going to start losing a lot of games because of it. But I would definitely say this building technique is probably one of the hardest things that I've had to do when it comes to building, because you have to edit it once, you have to reset the edit, and then edit it again. So it can be pretty difficult to get it down. And the last building technique that I'm gonna show you guys, it kind of has to do the exact same thing with the pyramid, but it has to do with the ramp. And you would do the exact same thing as you do with the pyramid, but once you get up here, you just want to flip your ramp and then you would continue up. So this is also another really good way to get high ground. And the reason why the pyramid might be a little bit better if you can get it down is once you do this floor thing, you're going to be coming down. You're going to be coming down one. And when it comes to the pyramid method, you're going to be up a layer, because when you go to flip your ramp, you're going to be having to come down your ramp a little bit. So of course, if you're just going for high ground, I wouldn't really recommend this. I would always recommend this if maybe a guy's below you and you already kind of have a head start on them. Then this could also be really, really effective, because you're going to be even closer to that player, and you're going to have high ground, and they're not going to be able to get a shot on you from that angle. Because once you flip the ramp, the only thing they can see from their perspective is you just flipping the ramp. They're not going to see you at all. So this is also a really safe way to do it. And give you guys another tip for you guys who don't already know. When it comes to flipping the ramp, you don't actually have to hold it from the front all the way to the back. You can hit the back, and then you can kind of hit the side. And this is something that I kind of seen today. I think Cypher did a video on it. And something that I really haven't learned too much. It's kind of confusing for me at first. I feel like I'd get really messed up with it. But you could do that if you really wanted to. And to be honest with you guys, I've seen editing in Fortnite become even more important in Season 6. So I've been working on a ton of editing when it comes to windows, when it comes to getting high ground, double 90s, just every single edit possible in this game I've been working on. And this has just really helped me out in my gameplay, helped me get my stats up, helped me win more games. Because I've been winning a ton of games in Season 6 just because of editing. I've won so many gunfights being able to, you know, make a window real quick. Or maybe I need to go for a floor edit. I can take a shot, place the floor, and then edit immediately down. So there's a lot of things that I've been doing in this game when it comes to editing that have really helped me win a ton of gunfights. So I would always recommend you guys practice editing if you guys want to get better at Fortnite. And goes away. But I have to get my router fixed. My NAT type is on strict, and there's not much I can do about it until I actually get the router fixed itself. So a lot of things are restricted, and a lot of things just don't work the way they're supposed to. And one of those things is live streaming. And when I live stream, I'm pretty much on a constant 300 ping. So it's pretty much just, make sure you guys add my Snapchat if you guys haven't already. And alright guys, I will see you in the next video.